The future of Nike sneakers shock drops is very, very bright. In a nutshell, we're gonna get into all the details. First, let's do a quick recap of what the just happened on Nike sneakers. This is the very first time we've ever seen a drop like this. And guess who's been telling you that this was coming for a very long time? That's right, yours truly. I really hate to say I told you so, but a lot of people have been doubting me for a very long time because it never ended up happening for Union. And I told you guys it's due to technical difficulties, and unfortunately a lot of people didn't take my words at face value. Well, I understand, a lot of people might be new to the game. They don't really know who I am and how clean my reputation has been. Sometimes Nike really is unable to do things due to technical difficulties, and in that case, they didn't want a repeat of the Serena Blazer incident. I told you guys in that final Union update video that I made, though, that in April, they would be doing this again. They'd be trying to do this again for a very profitable shoe, which I'm sure you know what it is, and that, of course, is for the Jordan 4 SB, which we just saw today. So if you guys recall back in that final Union update video, I'll show exactly what I said. I was essentially saying that they wanted to do this. Everything was in place for it. They've been working really hard to do this fun gesture kind of drop. Fun drop. But there's a lot of iPhone updates that have went out, and it's causing a lot of technical issues. And they don't want a repeat of the Serena Blazer incident where pretty much all the wins came from Android because of all the iPhone-related issues. So this is continuously going to be an issue whenever there's big drops coming and iPhone, Apple's pushing out a bunch of updates or whatever. This stuff is going to happen. They're genuinely trying to do fun stuff, though, and they might end up doing a fun thing for a very profitable shoe, which is dropping in April with the external website. And unfortunately, they just could not get it working in time. That stuff happens. But now we finally got to see, for the very first time, Nike sneakers did it. They finally managed to get a gesture shock drop working with the external site connected. And the reason this is so important is because it allows true fans of the creators, like the collaborators or whatever, to comp. This is so important because what they ended up doing for the Jordan 4 SB and what they were supposed to do for the Union release, they were supposed to drop something on their story. And you click the link on their story and you get access to, once you do the little gesture thing, you get access to the Nike Sneakers app page. They unfortunately couldn't get it working in time for the Union. I told you this, and I told you as a backup, they were going to have to do the not so fun drop method, which obviously was for the exclusive access draw that everybody hates. Nike knows we all hate it, by the way. They wanted to do something fun. Like, Nike is genuinely trying their best. Shout out Elliot Hill, one of the greatest CEOs currently. But they got it working for the Jordan 4 SB, and they dropped it through an Instagram account. You had to do the little gesture on the Instagram account in order to access the link, and once you did that, it took you to the sneakers app, and then you just had to scratch in there. And it was super easy, super smooth. This is probably one of the best, if not the best, shock drop they've done in the past several years. This was so well executed. I've seen so much manual success. It's absolutely incredible. This is not something you could bot at all. It is purely just manual success. And of course, my group Endurance had all of the early information for this. We knew exactly what to expect because I've known this for a very long time, even before Unions, that Nike's been working on this. So look, if you ever want early info for these kinds of shock drops, just remember, the only group that has real info, not just from back-end endpoints like, everyone uses. We have that too, of course, and we cross-check with that. But if you want real information for things like this that you can't see on the back-end endpoints, you got to join Endurance. This is the only group that has real, authentic information from the actual people inside Nike. Like, yes, there's moles. If you really want to make sure you comp the most limited shoes, you want to comp the best sneakers that's dropping, that Nike actually cares about to set up drop methods like this, you got to join Endurance. I don't know how else to say it. Like, we have the info for this. We had all the information. Everyone was prepared. There's probably like 200 to 300 success posts already. They're going to keep doing this, guys. This is the future of Nike sneakers. They're going to continuously do drops like this. They've been trying to work on this gesture thing for a while, and they finally did it. And now you finally see, I've been telling the truth this whole time. Like, I'm literally trying my best to always help you guys out. Sometimes, you know, things might not go through if there's technical difficulties or whatever, but I'm giving you the information to help you guys cop. Now, obviously, I can't give you all the precise details, always like with this Jordan 4 SB. You know, I post that inside of my group. But again, you could join the group, and we do so much more than just sneaker reselling too. So I'd really encourage you guys to check it out if you're looking for a profitable side hustle. Investing is something that's great to get into right now with all this fear in the market. We have a large section just dedicated for stock investing too. We do positive EV betting too. If you're looking to get into sports betting, that's the only smart way to do it. Don't just pick any random sports picker or whatever. Like, positive EV betting is the only real calculated way to have an edge on the casino. We do that too inside of Endurance. And we have tons of other things outside of sneaker reselling too. We resell all kinds of products. We could save you money on getting discounted food and free food. Highly encourage you to join. But anyway, the way we saw this drop go down, it was absolutely incredible. They posted that little gesture you had to do on the story. This is definitely one of the, if not the best, executed shock drop that we've seen in a very long time. Purely manual success, very few, or honestly, I didn't see any consistent errors across any users. Like, it was all just very, very smooth, and it was easy to cop if you had the information beforehand. So yeah, for the future of Nike sneakers, you know, it's now more important than ever that you have proper early info, and you know where to get it. I've been giving you guys nothing but the truth for a very long time, and now you finally see it. My intentions are always to help you guys. I always want to make sure I could help as many people cop as possible. Unfortunately, sometimes Nike does change things. You know, some things, technical difficulties happen or whatever. But now you see, I wasn't capping about all this. They actually did it. And I told you 4 weeks ago they were planning to try it again on this shoe.
And they might end up doing this same kind of drop method for a shoe that's dropping in April, which isn't as profitable, but it still is very profitable.
That's the Jordan 4 SB.
A lot of you guys probably know already which one I'm talking about. So consequently, the drop method they're going to have to use for the unions now is not a fun one. They have done this before on a very profitable sneaker.
You're telling the truth the whole time.
But nonetheless,
so there you go. Sorry if, you know, that was aggressive. You know, it just feels really good to get this off my chest. It feels like a big rock lifted off my shoulders, because there's been so many people doubting ever since Union decided to not do that fun kind of drop. And now it's just such a relief. You know, it's like, the truth always comes out. Subscribe and enable post notifications for more.